Today, on Be Something Wonderful, how to manifest any desire, solve any problem, and create any miracle. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back to the studios of Be Something Wonderful. We have returned to our studios here in Las Vegas after an amazing adventure in the beautiful Dutch Caribbean in the island of Bonaire. I want to again thank the team at X-Pro Diver in Bonaire. If you're going to dive with these guys. This is a family-run business, and boy, do they take care of the details. They're all expert divers. The service is just amazing. I'm going back, actually, to dive more with them. I'm already planning a return trip to do more diving with them. That's how good they are. It's Hens, it's Sigrid, it's Alvaro, and Alex or Alejandra. An amazing experience. I want to thank you guys again. I know you're watching. And also the entire team at the Harbor Village Resorts in Bonaire, where I stayed. An amazing place. Thank you, the entire team. So, guys, I want to talk about this, that a few days ago released a powerful video on how to manifest your dream relationship. And in this video, we talked about the idea that this one subscriber who made a comment in the channel, who also commented again with an amazing light, an amazing insight, and just with grace and love. And I pinned her response to this video on this video. It's a pinned comment. So read that comment. It's amazing insight. She really gets it. Remember, it was always there. Right? I knew, you know, she knows that it was always there. That remember that you are that I am awareness. You are a creator. You are limitless. No matter what. It doesn't, whether you believe it or not, or realize it or not, doesn't matter. You are that. And she had a lovely comment to this, because we covered that idea that the only relationship that matters is between you, that your higher self, the Son of God and the Son of Man, who you really are, and the 3D focused you, the one that's focused in on the 3D experience, right? Because remember, I am as I am. I am who I am. Your I am awareness, this, even as you're focused in on this 3D experience, you're the center of the great I am. You're that limitless, inexhaustible source of all that is. The center of the divine mind with a specific focus, with a specific perspective and viewpoint, right? And this is what she said, Tom, I see it now. That I, the little me, have been wrestling with stories the whole time by making it about me and them, her stories. Me and the SP, me and the third party, and me and the hurts and the deceptions and the things that she believed were done to her, right? These disappointments. She got it that it's really between her and her. Everybody else and everything else is irrelevant. When you get that, you got everything. You've got the kingdom, right? Another creator also reached out. Very powerful specific person story, where her specific person that they were in no contact for weeks, right? Reached out and said, I never felt good enough for you. That's why I was with her. He was with another woman, right? And she was so focused on that other woman, that third party, and feeling not good enough for him. She created this idea. Remember, you manifest everything. She created this idea that he didn't feel good enough for her, worthy enough. And it kept them both apart. The third party was irrelevant. The unworthiness is irrelevant. You're worthy no matter what. You're worthy because when you say I am, that's absolute worthiness. That you are the Christ, the Son of the living God. You are that I am awareness. You're one with the great I am. And wow, and how amazing when she made it about her and her, right? You and you, the greater you. Stop making it about him. Stop making it about the third party. The worthiness goes away. But do you see how she manifested it? Her feeling of not feeling worthy manifested this idea that he was feeling unworthy. He never really wanted to be with her. And as she dropped that idea, they came together. This is powerful. It's not about, when you make it about me and them, you're going to have doubt or lack or unworthiness. When you make it about you and you, all you're going to experience is fulfillment, love, unity, and freedom. Remember, you and you is everybody. Everybody is you. That's the whole concept of everybody is you pushed out. That the whole world and everybody else, the versions of events, people, events, and circumstances that you see are coming from within you. It's all you. So when you take care of that relationship between you and you, the kingdom is yours. Everything else unfolds from within you perfectly. I love this story, right? That she created this idea of unworthiness. But she didn't see that. She just saw him with the third party. And then as he contacted her, he expressed what he was feeling. That's why he was with the third party. But he was expressing to her, I don't feel that anymore. I want to be with you. I feel like we need to be together. This is amazing, right? So this is powerful. Let's we're going to have a session together, so I will give you more details on this as that unfolds. Remember, you manifest any desire, you solve any problem, you create any miracle, you manifest and create your dream relationships with others, with the world, with your 3D reality experience by putting your attention and awareness on the only relationship that matters, you and you. It's the only relationship that matters. You manifest it all. You solve all problems. You heal all illnesses. You heal all past grievances. You create your dream relationships with the world, with others, with your 3D reality experience by putting your awareness and attention on the only relationship that matters. The relationship between you, that 3D focused personality that's focused in on this experience, but that is also the Son of Man, right? That it's the Son of God in that physical experience as the Son of Man, and your higher self, the God in you, the great I am, being one with all that is. You're all of that. The 3D physically focused you, and your I am awareness of being all that is. You and you, and that's always, that relationship is always perfect. It's always perfect. That's why Jesus said, be perfect like your Father in heaven, right? That's the perfection we're talking about. Remember, conditions, changing conditions, people, events, and circumstances, and thoughts and feelings are never perfect. It's the reality behind them that's perfect, right? They're imperfectly perfect. They're made of that perfect source. Do you get the idea? So when you're looking out there saying they're imperfect, it's not what I want, you just create that idea. You create that experience. There's perfection everywhere, and you are it, right? That energy, that love behind it, the source of everything is perfect love. And the changing circumstances, the changing people, events, and circumstances, the change in time and space is so how you experience yourself as that perfect, limitless, supreme being that you are. Everything and everyone else is irrelevant. Again, why? Because they exist within you. Everything and everyone exists within you. You are reality. You are source. You are the one and only creator of your life experience. And when you take care of that relationship, everything else is added on to you. Wow, that's powerful. But when we're focused on the me, the small, limited me, my desire, the problem, the miracle, we feel separation, limitation, and unworthiness. Read that comment that I pinned on that video a few days ago, how to create your dream relationship. She had this video was about her initial comment, and now this powerful realization that she had. It was beautiful, right? When it's a me that needs to attract and improve relationships, whether they're romantic, family, friends, colleagues, etc., and solve problems, and create and pray for miracles, right? Remember, you are the miracle. It's the miracle of you. You're always creating miracles with your awareness. with your awareness of your greater nature, your greater reality, that I am within you. And so when you create this small me, it needs to overcome doubt, fear, and battles with unworthiness. Because you create the unworthiness. Remember, you couldn't feel unworthy unless you were utterly worthy. You couldn't feel unfulfilled unless you were a being that was absolutely fulfilled. You wouldn't be able to, that's the paradox of creation. You wouldn't be able to have those experiences unless it was coming from a fully evolved, fulfilled, complete, perfect, utterly worthy being that you are, eternal, forevermore. You're trying to make change where everything and everyone else is always changing. When we're down there in the weeds of the horizontal linear experience, trying to change that, right? You just get stuck in the weeds. You're trying to make change where everything and everyone is already changing anyway. The relationship between me and the circumstances, that's where you're trying to affect change, and that's exhausting. I want to show this today. Do you see me and them, me and my desires, me and the world, me and reality? That's exhausting. Right? You're creating your past, present, and future in that moment from that focus that it's me and them, that I'm separate from what I want, I'm separate from what I desire. There's problems out there. There's people out there that are separate from me. There's problems out there that are separate from me. There's a reality out there that's separate from me. And it creates this, and remember, you create your past, present, and future in this moment, right now. It seems solid, but it's always changing. And it's always changing into that focused, little me focus, if that's where you're focused. If you're focused on those small relationships, right, between me and them, right, because all relationships come from that higher knowing, right? Or you can move to this, right? You, as I am awareness, as the Son of God. And then you, the physically focused Son of Man, right? Here you're not seeing yourself as the Son of Man. You're seeing yourself as some little, small, physically focused personality, but you're feeling that is reality, that I am that person. And you're trying to change these circumstances, and they keep changing into more obstacles or more problems or more things you need to solve or more miracles that are not happening, more non-fulfillment, right? But here, as you're aware of yourself as that I am awareness, the Son of God, and also know that you're physically focused as the Son of Man, the only reality and relationship that matters is this one. You, physically focused, but you're not, it's not a solid, unchanging you. It's changing in every moment according to who you decide you are. Who do you say I am? That's why Jesus asked the question. That's always changing. But when you define that from the perspective of being one with God, being a son of God, being one with the great I am, and then being the center of the divine mind, then you create your ideal reality. You create heaven on earth, right? And then there it is. Those solid past, present, and future yous, identities, or version of events or realities, change into into your ideal, because you're identifying yourself from that ideal as the Son of Man, as the Son of God. I am reality. Do you see the difference here? Here it just feels exhausting because they're always changing into what you're resisting or what you're trying to solve. Do you see it? It's always changing into that problem that you're highlighting or that you keep talking about. It's always changing into those circumstances that you don't want. But here you identify your ideal, and then everything is added to you. This is powerful. We've talked about this in many different ways. The relationship between me and changing forms, me and changing appearances, me and changing people, things, and circumstances is exhausting and is in vain. That relationship is exhausting. Do you see how that can get exhausting, trying to change things that are always changing into what I wanted to change, into that resistance of trying to change, right? Remember, when you're in that wanting and needing, you create more wanting and needing. That mirror says, okay, here's more things to bother you. Here's more obstacles to jump, more hoops to jump through, more obstacles to move through. So, but when you're, so that's exhausting because you are reality. There's nothing out there. Everything and everyone is you pushed out. That's the whole idea of everyone is you pushed out. So remember, whenever you look at reality, it changes because you are reality. You're not, the observer is not separate from the observed. The perceiver is not separate from the perceived. You're not separate from the perceiving or the observing. It's all you. There's no separation between you and the reality that you are experiencing or perceiving, right? Or seeing. So when you change, or in other words, choose your experience, you change reality, all of it, in all time. But how are you choosing? Are you choosing it from believing that it's a small me and these circumstances are outside of me? Or are you choosing from knowing that it's all coming from within you? That wherever you put your focus and attention, that's reality. The small limited me says, I couldn't. After today, after yesterday, I do not feel very much worthy. I quoted this. This is from one of you, and I'm not sure where this came from. The team sent it to me, and I loved it. And I remembered it. It's from The Chosen. It's a scene in one of the early seasons of The Chosen. I left a link below this time. I think I forgot the link in the previous video. I did leave a link to this video. Thank you for whoever shared that. I think it was on the Facebook group. But this is an interaction between Jesus, your I am awareness of being. In that show, The Chosen, it's a scene from that show, The Chosen, Jesus and John, one of the disciples. And Jesus was saying, I could use your input on, I think he was going to do a reading. What do you think? And then John says, and this is you, the small limited me, answering your I am awareness. I couldn't give you a recommendation. After today, after yesterday, I do not feel much worthy. After today, after yesterday, do you see how we're focused in that linear time, in those linear conditions? After today, what happened? After yesterday, what happened? I just feel unworthy, right? And you will feel unworthy when you think it's the small me in the relationship with the circumstances today or yesterday or tomorrow, right? This seems powerful. And then Jesus, I want to show you here, Jesus responds. Jesus goes, well, who's worthy of anything? I love that. That's your I am awareness. In other words, the battle for worthiness makes no sense. And when you're focused in this 3D perspective, who's worthy of anything? In that, because you're all thinking you're unworthy. But as the Son of Man, then you know. That's what Jesus is saying. Who's worthy of anything? Right? There is no, when you're in a battle for worthiness, you create unworthiness. The idea that unworthiness is a false idea of the small limited me. That's what your I am awareness is saying there. Jesus, who's worthy of anything? He's saying that's a false idea anyway. Right? And then John answers, you, but no man apparently. So John answering Jesus' question, who's worthy of anything? John answers, well, you are, right? But no man is, apparently. Now hear this, no man is, apparently. So you are, you, as the Son of Man and the Son of God, you're worthy. But no man is, apparently, right? No one that's focused as the small me is. And then Jesus has a very powerful response. This is big, bigger, and this is really huge. Jesus answers, I am a man, John. He says to him, I am a man, John. Apparently no man, apparently, but Jesus answers. Jesus, the Son of God, the Son of Man answers, I'm a man, John, and yet, but Jesus says this after, he goes, and yet, I am who I am. Wow, I got a shiver here. I want you to watch this scene. Whoever sent this is so beautiful. Again, him asking John, hey, why don't you give me recommendations on the reading? And then John answering, how could I? After yesterday, after today, I'm not worthy, right? This idea. But then Jesus answers, well, who's worthy of anything? Why even have an argument of unworthiness? It doesn't exist. It's a false idea of man. That battle for worthiness makes no sense, right? Remember, the paradox is you couldn't even feel or have the experience of unworthiness unless you are utterly and unconditionally worthy. Jesus, your I am awareness, knows this or knew that, right, in this scene, right? You couldn't even have that experience. That's why he says, who's worthy of anything? You couldn't even have that experience unless you were utterly and unconditionally worthy. The idea of worthiness is a false idea. Then John answers, well, you're worthy, but no man apparently. And then, wow, Jesus unloads this beautiful piece of wisdom. Jesus responds, I'm a man, John. I'm a man. The physical focused Son of Man, Jesus, the Son of God, saying, I'm a man. And then he goes, and yet I am who I am. Wow. Do you see? You can have a physically focused experience. It's okay. But and yet, I am who I am. You are still the Christ, the Son of the living God. You can have anything. You're still a man. You're still a physically focused, having a physically focused experience in 3D. Yet you can have or identify or imagine or assume anything you desire. That's what Jesus, your I am awareness, is saying. I'm a man, yet I am who I am. The word of declaring God's name, right? Here is Jesus as the Son of Man and the Son of God declaring that I am God and there is no other. I am who I am. Very powerful. I urge you to watch that. In this one short, it's less than 60 seconds, this scene, Jesus, your I am awareness, divulges the entire secret, the pillar and framework to reality creation and the law of assumption. He gives it all in that one 60-second scene in The Chosen. That brilliant piece, they give it all to you. I am a man yet. Yet, I am a man, John. I'm a man yet. In other words, I'm focused in this physical 3D experience. I cry, I laugh, I feel pain, I feel emotions. Right? I feel those 3D physical emotions. I feel the conditions and the circumstances and the appearances as real now and then. I get it. Jesus is saying, I get it. Right? Your I am awareness. Yet I'm greater and one with any identity or relationship or circumstance or emotion or thought or feeling. Yeah, I have them all. All the changing thoughts and feelings, all the changing conditions, all the changing circumstances. Yet I'm greater than and one with it all. I'm greater than any identity. I'm greater than any relationship. I'm greater than any thought or any feeling. Right? Because I know that relationship between me and me. I am and I am. You and you, that higher relationship. And then Jesus says, yet I am who I am. Yet he invokes and declares himself to be God, the one and only God, who I say I am, who I imagine myself to be, who I affirm myself to be. This is what that subscriber, that realization, I pinned her comment. This 60-second scene is what she's talking about. Very powerful. So just thrilled for her realization and thrilled for all of you, right? This is how to manifest any desire, solve any problem, and create any miracle. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting on the videos. Thank you for being part of our Facebook group, the ambassadors at facebook.com/groups/be-something-wonderful, for joining us on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin, and also for being part of the membership channel. We just released and announced our 6th live stream on June 23rd, Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Coast Standard Time. I'm going to come to you here, broadcasting from the studios of Be Something Wonderful live stream event, where I'm going to be answering your questions and talking about topics that you've been sending to us at info@besomethingwonderful.com. And like the other live events, I will answer your questions on the chat as we're going along. That's going to be broadcast on the Be Something Wonderful membership channel. If you're a member, join us. If you're not a member, check out the link below. Creators, with great love, with great light and infinite gratitude. This is Tom Kearin here in the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Until next time, we'll see you soon.